Hello students, welcome to all. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss solubility product and problem based on solubility product. So let's start with definition of solubility. Solubility of a compound at a given temperature is the maximum amount of the compound which can dissolve in a definite volume of a solution at equilibrium at that temperature. Solubility is often measured in grams per liter or grams per 100 ml. Depending upon the solubilities of solute, the solutions can be categorized into unsaturated solution, saturated solution and supersaturated solution. Unsaturated solution is a solution in which solvent is capable of dissolving any more solute at a given temperature. That means if we add some small amount of solute into the solution, then that solvent is capable of dissolving that solute. That solution is called as unsaturated solution. The next one is the saturated solution. When a solution at equilibrium that contains maximum allowable concentration of a compound, the solution is said to be a saturated solution. That means if we add small amount of solute in that solution, that solution is not able to dissolve that solute. Okay, therefore the solution containing maximum allowable concentration of compound, that solution is called as a saturated solution. Next one is the unsaturated solution. Supersaturated solution. Supersaturated solution, it contains more dissolved solute than required for preparing saturated solution. Okay, therefore most of the solute in supersaturated solution remain in undissolved state. These are the different types of solution. Next term is the sparingly soluble substances. Sparingly soluble substances having solubility less than 0.01 moles per liter, which are practically insoluble. That means they have very negligible solubility, so they are practically insoluble in water, known as sparingly soluble substances. For example, silver chloride, Ag2CO3, barium sulfate, lead bromide, etc. These are the sparingly soluble substances which having very less solubility. Then next point is the solubility product. First we see the definition of solubility product, then after that we will see the derivation of solubility product or expression of solubility product. Solubility product, for that we consider a saturated solution of sparingly soluble electrolyte. Okay, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble electrolyte, the product of ionic concentrations when raised to proper power is constant at a given temperature is called the solubility product constant, and it is denoted by Ksp or S. Okay, here we consider a saturated solution of sparingly soluble electrolyte, and in that solution the product of ionic concentration when raised to a proper power, okay, that product is constant, and that constant is called as solubility product constant. Here we see the expression for the solubility product. Okay, for that we consider a sparingly soluble salt Ba, which is dissolved in water. Then there is a equilibrium exists between the solid salt Ba and its ions B plus and A minus, which are present in aqueous solution. Hence there is a equilibrium between these species, If we apply a law of mass action, then we get K, equilibrium constant K, is equal to the product of ionic concentration of B plus into A minus divided by concentration of Ba. We know that it is a sparingly soluble salt, therefore it has very low solubility. Hence the concentration of salt Ba, it is nearly constant. The concentration of B plus and A minus ion is very less as compared to the concentration of AB. Thus the concentration of AB, it is approximately constant. Therefore here we say that concentration is equal to K dash. Therefore the above expression becomes K is equal to concentration of B plus into concentration of A minus upon K dash, okay, upon K dash. Therefore K into K dash is equal to concentration of B plus into concentration of A minus. K into K dash, it is the product of two constant, therefore here we write another constant, KSP. Therefore KSP is equal to product of ionic concentration of B plus and A minus. It is the solubility product constant. Okay, again if we recall the definition is, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble electrolyte, the product of ionic concentrations, okay, the product of ionic concentrations when raised to a proper power is constant at a given temperature is called as solubility product. Okay, here is a relationship between solubility in moles per liter and solubility in grams per liter. That formula is necessary for solving problems. Therefore molar solubility is equal to solubility in grams per liter divided by molar mass. Simply molar solubility is equal to solubility in grams per liter divided by molecular weight or molar mass. Okay, if we consider, okay, solubility product of general solubility equilibrium, here we consider a salt BXAY. Okay, it is in equilibrium with its ions XBY plus and YAX minus. For this general solubility equilibrium, the solubility product expression is given as KSP is equal to BY plus raised to X into AX minus raised to Y. Okay, it is the expression, general expression for solubility product. The comparison of ionic product and solubility product gives us following conclusion. Here we compare ionic product and solubility. First, when ionic product is equal to solubility product KSP, then the solution is saturated and no precipitation takes place. Okay. Second point is, when ionic product is less than solubility product, then the solution is unsaturated. First condition, ionic product is equal to solubility product. At that time solution is saturated. When ionic product is less than solubility product, then solution is unsaturated and no precipitation takes place. Then third one is, when ionic product is greater than solubility product. Okay, ionic product is greater than solubility product, only at that time precipitation takes place and solution is super saturated. It is the condition for precipitation. Ionic product is greater than solubility product, super saturated solution and precipitation takes place. These are the conditions for precipitation. Then here we consider a sparingly soluble salt like Ag2CO3 and we derive the expression of solubility product for this salt. There is an equilibrium between salt and its ions in aqueous solution. Ag2CO3, it is in equilibrium with twice Ag plus and CO3 2 minus. Again if we apply a law of mass action, we get K is equal to ionic concentration of Ag plus raised to 2 into CO3 2 minus upon concentration of Ag2CO3. But again it is a sparingly soluble salt, therefore it has very low solubility. That means that concentration of solid, it is nearly constant Okay, it is large, therefore it is nearly constant. Therefore here in place of concentration of Ag2CO3 we write K dash. Therefore we get K is equal to K, it is a dissociation constant or equilibrium constant, is equal to concentration of Ag plus raised to 2 into concentration of CO3 2 minus upon K dash. Again K into K dash is equal to concentration of Ag plus raised to 2 into concentration of CO3 2 minus. Again the product of two constant is constant, and in place of K into K dash we write Ksp. Therefore Ksp, that is solubility product constant, is equal to concentration of Ag plus raised to 2 into concentration of CO3 2 minus. Okay, it is the expression of solubility product for this salt Ag2CO3. Then we see the problems based on solubility and solubility product. First problem, the solubility of silver chloride in water is 1.435 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter at 25 degrees Celsius. Calculate the solubility product for silver chloride assuming complete dissociation, and given term is atomic weight of Ag is equal to 108 and chlorine is 35.5. Okay, in this problem the solubility of silver chloride in water is given, and we have to calculate the solubility product for the silver chloride after assuming that complete dissociation. Okay, it is a condition is given that is dissociation is complete. Okay, then let's start the solution. Here first we can calculate the molecular weight of AgCl by using atomic weight of silver and chlorine. We get 143.5. Then given term is the solubility of silver chloride in water is 1.435 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter. Okay, convert that solubility in grams moles per liter. Okay, for that we have to divide solubility in grams per liter by its molecular weight. Therefore solubility of AgCl in moles per liter is equal to solubility in grams per liter divided by 143.5, and we get it is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 5 gram moles per liter. Okay, in this step we have convert the solubility in grams per liter into grams moles per liter by dividing it by its molecular weight. Okay, but there is a equilibrium between AgCl, Ag plus and Cl minus. Okay, for this equilibrium we write Ksp is equal to concentration of Ag plus into concentration of Cl minus. Okay, and it is here we assume that salt is completely dissociated. That means the solubility of AgCl is equal to solubility of Ag plus, and it is equal to solubility of Cl minus. Therefore in place of concentration of Ag plus we write 1 into 10 raised to minus 5. Here again in place of concentration of Cl minus we write 1 into 10 raised to minus 5 because that salt is completely dissociated. Therefore we get Ksp is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 5 into 1 into 10 raised to minus 5. Okay, and answer is Ksp is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 10. It is the solubility of silver chloride, solubility product of silver chloride in water. Okay, generally that type of problem is asked in university exams, so please remember that. Let's we see next problem. Problem is the solubility product of magnesium hydroxide is 1.12 into 10 raised to minus 11 at 25 degrees Celsius. Calculate the solubility of magnesium hydroxide in water in grams per liter and in grams moles per liter. Okay, and given term is molecular weight of magnesium hydroxide is equal to 58. Okay, again we see at the problem given terms are what? Solubility product is given here Okay, in this problem solubility product is given and it is 1.12 into 10 raised to minus 11, and we have to calculate solubility of magnesium hydroxide in terms of grams per liter and in terms of grams moles per liter. And given term is the molecular weight of magnesium hydroxide is 58. So let's start the solution. Here we have to calculate the solubility. So let solubility of magnesium hydroxide in water be x grams moles per liter. Okay, here we consider solubility is x grams moles per liter. We have to calculate x, that is solubility in grams moles per liter and in grams per liter. Okay, then MgOH twice. Here again we assume it is completely dissociated into Mg2 plus and 2 OH minus ions. Okay, for this equilibrium solubility product, here we write initial moles and moles at equilibrium. Initially x moles are present, okay, and after complete dissociation x moles of Mg2 plus and x moles of OH minus are present at equilibrium. Okay, therefore we write solubility product expression, and it is equal to concentration of Mg2 plus into concentration of OH minus raised to 2. Sorry, here is 2x, not x, here is 2x. Okay, here we write in place of Mg2 plus and OH minus x, here is concentration of OH minus is 2x, not x, here is 2x square. Therefore answer is square of 2 is 4 x into x square is x cube, 4x cube. Since the value of Ksp is given and it is equal to 1.12 into 10 raised to minus 11, okay, by using the value of Ksp we can determine the value of x. It is equal to 4x cube. Therefore x cube is equal to 1.12 into 10 raised to minus 11 upon 4, and it is equal to 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 12. If we take a cube root, then we get x is equal to 1.41 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter. It is the solubility of magnesium hydroxide in moles per liter. Now again we have to calculate the solubility in grams per liter. So for this, that solubility in moles per liter multiply by molecular weight. Okay, here it is multiplied by molecular weight, and we get the solubility is equal to 8.178 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter. Okay, grams per liter. Okay, therefore these two are, that is 1.41 into 10 raised to minus 4, it is solubility of magnesium hydroxide in moles per liter, and 8.178 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter, it is the solubility of magnesium hydroxide in grams per liter. Okay, these are the two problems based on solubility product. So here we stop. Thank you.